Now I'm just going to run through the standings here. So we have Marco Espiotto on 224 points, with Aaron Holloway doing a great job in second position on 201 points, joined with Ricky Palomeni on 201 points. Then in fourth place we've got Dave Hill on 193 points. Then we have Baz O'Neill in fifth place on 168 points, joined with Mr. Stacey Ellis himself racing from the back. Then we have Nathan Moran on 159 points, joined with Britt on 159 points. And we got Gary Smith on 147 points. Then we have Stephen Glennon on 132 points. Pico Leventhal is on 131 points, 1 point behind. And Oliver Anderson is 2 points behind Chico. And in 14th position, we've got Andrea Cantina, I'm just going to say, on 110 points. Then with Matt Ramsey in 15th on 105 points. Ooh, I'll go down there now. Then we have in 16th position Abe on 99 points. He's only raced in one race, so I'm wondering will he win today and go again. And 3 points behind him is Matthew Gamble. Then we have Anthony Ferranti on 54 points. We have Jordan Townsend on 49 points. We have Luca Mari on 45 points. We have Andreas Hansen on 42 points. Lucas Hannick on 42 points. And Tony Hazard on 42 points. And the rest of the drivers are yet to get off the mark. Of course, some have not been shown up, and some do show up obviously when they can. So guys, let's get into the track guide now.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing gone a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
And here we are, guys. It's round 4 already, and it is Brands Hatch. We're in practice still at the minute for another 2 and a bit minutes, and we're on board with Chico Lindevar in his new look livery. Really suits him. Not a bad looking thing. We've got obviously Esposito. I'm going to pretend he's from Puerto Rico. Then we have the American who never overtook John Dudley in third so far. Oliver there repping the FFG Macca. Then we have Polyamy in 5th. Nathan sitting in 6th in the beautiful looking Bentley. Aaron there, the picture of the week himself, sitting in 7th position. Aaron Ransley is in 8th position with Phelan in 9th. That's a really nice looking livery there. Then we have Ferrante in 10th, but for some reason the camera isn't going on to him. We've got Baz in 12th, Stacey in 13th, or 12th, sorry. Batek is in 13th. I don't know where Lynn J he's gone. He might be able to get back in, and a few others might join in between now and the race start. They can do so. We did have Abe in the server for a while, but I don't know if he's able to race tonight. But it's still going to be great racing, guys. Great points out there. And Stacey and Baz being an absolute show of that. You could just show up every race and keep it right, and they're very high up in the championship. So fair play to them as well. It's a very hot Brands Hatch as well, so it's going to be quite interesting. Are they going to have to change tyres? Will the tyres last? Because it is quite hot out there, let's be fair about that. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see how that evolves. And welcome to everyone who's watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. Don't forget to either follow or subscribe. And we always stream on a Tuesday for the Formula 1 and Wednesday for our ACC. And then I do my own streaming just on my own race on Monday nights with Amigo Sim Racing Community. And that's run by Tedder, Gary and Mr. Duds. The lap times are actually quite decent. I'm very shocked at how good the lap times are. Where's Brick on? Oh, bit of drifting. He's held it though. That's beautiful. He's giving up on it now, yeah. That's pretty much it. They're all starting to give up on Hundred and Stacey. Look at Mr. Ellis go. Ooh, they're all drifting. I'd say all the tyres are definitely starting to melt like Mala. Aaron says, yeah, I have my 2019 Williams look, but he's P2 in the championship, and there you go. Aaron's doing an absolutely stellar job there, and he could take the championship lead tonight, all going well. Mr. Oliver Anderson's going to do our team tune. I reckon he should sing our team tune. And you know what? I'd let it be as X-rated as you want, Oliver.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And that is the quali has started. And we're racing only with 13 this week. Now we do have Gary is away. John's obviously away as well. Ferrante, what's going on with his car? He's back in the pits. So Anderson's out there, sorry. Oliver not waiting for nothing, is just straight out there. So Oliver, then Esposito, Chico's ahead of him. Is that Aaron Holloway? No, it's not. Who's car number 7? Gone by anyway. I'm hoping Batak gets a good race tonight as well. He's had quite a tough start, I suppose, to the race season. So let's hope that he does a bit better tonight. All going well. Alpha, happy affiliate anniversary. Thanks very much. Is it really that time? How many years have I been affiliated now at this stage? Quite a while, I'd say. A few years. Time's flying, Alpha. Not getting any younger. And anyone who doesn't know who Alpha is Baz O'Neill on track in that beautiful looking Lamborghini. So Oliver is on a fast lap, so we're going to stay on with Oliver. So it's going to be interesting how they are. Like, one lap pace might be amazing for all of them, but can they make the tyres go all the way to the end on a hot lap? You're hearing the let-offs there. He's just not having full trust yet. He's using all of the carbon. Nicely done. He probably could have carried a bit more speed. I do see Gary Smith going very wide. Another guy he can't race this evening. But Oliver doing a great job out there. You just always have to be so patient on the throttle on the last corner. So Oliver goes across the line now. And that is a 124.952 and a 122. Chico goes up fastest there now. Chico absolutely flying there in his Mercedes. Britt goes up into third position. What about Marco? Who's coming next to be going across the line? And that is Aaron, who goes up into 8th position. Quite interesting. I don't know why it's still showing Abe there. Abe left the practice server. That's really weird. As it sounds like we have a car there, just everyone getting out of the way as much as they can. For a small grid, it's a busy track. Brands Hatch isn't the biggest track either. So for Nathan, that puts him up into 5th position. Not too shabby at all. Whereas Esposito doing as much as he can. Had to give a dab of a break to get that car under control there. Doing a nice job. That's a gorgeous looking livery, that. Green and black goes. It was like the slag room livery I created. It just looks so nice. Oh, and a great lap there. Up into 4th position for Esposito. We'll jump on with Mr. Racing from the back here in the Lotus Jump JPS inspired livery. And that's a lovely bridge, by the way, thanks. So he's going around there quite nicely. It's a bit wide there, but yeah, gets a little bit tail happy again, but catches it nicely, keeps the foot in. The Porsche is really good around this circuit. I don't know how good it's going to be with this temperature, because it does like to cook its tyres on a normal day. And for Stacey then, up into 10th position, fair play to him. We'll jump on Phelan's in the pits. Oh no, he's on track, sorry, that's Ferrante in the pits. So Phelan is doing a great job out there. It's a gorgeous looking McLaren, that. that ruins his lap for him. We'll jump on with Baz now. Ah, V10 sounds epic, doesn't it? There's nothing else to say other than that is a beautiful sound. I'm still in love with the design he done for that livery. It was a joy making that from. So what can Baz do here? Wee! I'd say tires are cooking for everybody here. Let's see what Baz can do. We'll stay on with him. I can hear something in the background there pulling off, so that sounds like that was a Porker, I think. So Baz here now, he's up 0.8 of a second. So Baz is actually doing a massive improvement here at the minute, so fair play to him. Let's keep it going, Baz, keep it going. Also on the improvement, Batek in 8th position. Now up into 6th, should I say, because his improvement was just across the line. So great job from Batek there as well. We're going to stick on with Baz to the end though, because he's up close to a second here now. He has the shoe and gets the curve just right now. One more corner. Beautifully done. Now that's going to be an improvement in time there now. It's stay close to a second here. Boom, it gets the 10 spot there, so he's pulled that back from Stacey. We're going to go on Polyamy here because Polyamy is up quite a bit of time. The Aston Martin, gorgeous car, but it's just such a good car to drive. It's not as favourable as it once was, but let's see where he puts that up into 6th position for Polyamy. Going to jump on with Aaron Holloway now because he's improving. He's up a few tenths there at the minute. So Aaron Holloway is giving it everything. He's second in the championship. Oh, as the McLaren in the background. I think that was Phelan. No, that wasn't Phelan. Who was that? That could have been Ransley, I think. We're going to stay on here with Aaron, and he's up now 0.3, nearly 0.4 of a second. How well can he take this last corner? He's after doing a lovely job there. He's pulled it up over half a second. Great job. So he's improving. He won't gain position, but that's down to less than a second off our pole time from Chico Lintavar. But we also have Batek improving. Polyamy's improving again. Polyamy though has a bit of work in hand if he needs to try and catch up now with Holloway. Polyamy is about half a second off, or more so now. He's after losing time. But doing a great job still in the Aston. He's pulling back the time now. Let's see how much he can gain through the last corner now. Spit of flames from both sides of the Aston. Oh, he's dropping time. He's going to improve, but he's not going to be near where he needs to be. So Chico and Oliver are both out on laps as well. That's Oliver or Chico there now. So he's only coming out of the pits. I think Oliver just invalidated a lap, so he's just taking it easy-ish, going back around. Britt wasn't up time. He's down at 10, so he's going for another go at it. Using every bit of the track there. You can hear the tyres starting to give out a little bit there. Let's see what he is going to be able to do. So he's up over a tenth at the minute, although Baz O'Neill, I'm going to jump on with him because he's up a massive amount of time here. Go on, Baz. He's lost a little bit in the exit, but does he get 9th position? Oh, the exact same time as Ransley for Baz. Oh my god. A 126.865 for Ransley and Baz. I'd say he is fuming. He would have loved to get up there. Wow. Literally not a difference at all. So looking at Chico here, he's not gaining time at the minute. We're going to jump on with feeling. He's up a massive amount of time because I don't think he's had the best of an outlap. So let's see how he gets on. And Ferrante still hasn't got a fast lap in. So I'm just wondering, is he going to choose to sit at the back and avoid anything if there is anything at turn one? Obviously you go off there, you're into a gravel trap. So he's up nearly a second now at this stage. Fair play to feeling, keep it going. Nice and smooth, using the curbs. Gained over 3/10 in one corner there. He's being much more cautious. Second and a half up now. Oh, much more patient there. 1.7 seconds up. What more time can he pull here going into the last corner now? 1.9, 2 seconds. Still pulling 2.1. 2.2. Is he going to jump, race him from the back? He does. Wow. Great lap there from him. Under pressure as well. Only a minute or two left as well. So fair play to him. We're going to jump on with Ransley now. Ransley's up under pressure here now. He's up half a second and could jump Nathan Moran. So Nathan Moran is not safe in 8th position at present. That could be changing quite rapid. How are you doing? Was it Slew Gonda? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that. I'm going to call you Slew. How are you keeping, mate? You all good? Great to have you watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch. It's great to have you along as well. So Ransley here unfortunately invalidated his lap, but does have one more bite at it. So Espiotto is sitting trying to improve. Holloway's improving slightly, and he needs to because Polyamy's out improving as well. So there's 4 improvers. The top from 3 third down to 6th actually are all improving slightly. Chico is on a new lap and is up a little bit of time as well. So let's keep an eye. Can Chico pull that pole time down more? But Oliver Anderson isn't too far behind him at the minute either. Oliver Anderson, when you look at this, is literally only 2/10 off. We're going to stay on with Aaron Holloway here because he's having a great little lap. 3/10. He keeps this kind of stuff up and can make it happen. That's going to be a nice position again from him. So Chico's definitely up a bit of time here as well. Chico's up nearly 1.5 tenths. So Aaron goes across the line. It's not going to improve his time, but he's a lot closer. 6/10 off pole position, so not too bad at all from him. And with Polyamy here, he does improve. Unfortunately, he doesn't improve enough and stays in 6th position. Everybody else is in the pits other than Chico, who's on the fast lap still. So Chico's trying to pull out a slight more of a gap just to say to Oliver, look, come on. Anything you think you can do to get near me, it's not going to happen. Although he's losing a bit of time, but he's still up about 2/10 or so. And as he crosses the line there, 1:24.305. And that is it for our qualifying session, guys. So if you have missed it, I'm going to rerun the race intro video. It's going to go through the standings and show a bit of real life brands racing as well. And then when we come back, we should be going on to the warm-up lap, guys. Sit back and enjoy. Now I'm just going to run through the standings here. So we have Marco Espiotto on 224 points, with Aaron Holloway doing a great job in second position on 201 points, joined with Ricky Palomeni on 201 points. Then in fourth place we've got Dave Hill on 193 points. Then we have Baz O'Neill in fifth place on 168 points, joined with Mr. Stacey Ellis himself racing from the back. Then we have Nathan Moran on 159 points, joined with Britt on 159 points. Then we got Gary Smith on 147 points. Then we have Stephen Glennon on 132 points. Pico Leventhal is on 131 points, 1 point behind. And Oliver Anderson is 2 points behind Chico. And in 14th position, we've got Andrea Cantina, I'm just going to say, on 110 points. Then with Matt Ramsey in 15th on 105 points. Ooh, I'll go down there now. Then we have in 16th position Abe on 99 points. He's only raced in one race, so I'm wondering will he win today and go again. And 3 points behind him is Matthew Gamble. Then we have Anthony Ferranti on 54 points. We have Jordan Townsend on 49 points. We have Luca Mari on 45 points. We have Andreas Hansen on 42 points. Lucas Hannick on 42 points. And Tony Hazard on 42 points. And the rest of the drivers are yet to get off the mark. Of course, some have not been shown up, and some do show up obviously when they can. So guys, let's get into the track guide now.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Catch me howling at the
And here we are, literally getting ready to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through the grid really quick. And of course, I'm going to do it in the only way I know, and that is through I'll just go to drive to give you a clearer picture. So let's start off in pole position. It is Chico Lintevar with Mr. Oliver Anderson in second position. That's a very nice look on the McLaren there. Third position is Britt. Down in fourth position, we've got Marco Espiotto or Esposito. I can say it every other way. Then we have Mr. Aaron Holloway in fifth, beside Ricky Polyami in sixth. Batek up in seventh, so great qualifying for him. Then we have Mr. Nathan Moore in eighth. Then we have Matt Ransley in ninth. Baz in 10th position there. That was a great qualifying from him. In 11th then for Peter Phelan. And 12th position there for Mr. Stacey Ellis. And Mr. Ferrante decides to start at the back of the grid and not set a lap. So going to be quite an interesting one, guys. So that is it. So they're getting ready to go. Engines will be getting started. 30 seconds. Let's get into it now, guys. And that is how it looks. So I might just go with the first camera and we'll stay on with Chico. So guys, sit back, relax. We are going to get in for an hour's hard racing around the Crazy Brands hatch. The track temperature is going to be ranging at about 38 degrees. Unfortunately, delivery or the overlay isn't pulling up the times. So here they are. It's a very, very short lap. We're doing just a quick rundown. It's a short warm-up. Who will come out triumphant? I expect Chico, if he keeps it clean, should be doing very well. And thanks to everyone who is watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitch. Don't forget to give a follow or subscribe. And great to have you along. So here we are for the next hour around the very hot brands. Now it is a short field, we're missing drivers. We're just about to get into it there. Can Chico hold off Oliver as we are gone green? And so far there, it's a great start from Chico. Oliver's taking a nice wide line, going to prep up. Cut back across. So at the minute it looks like it's been everyone through turn one, not an incident by the looks of it there. It's great to see. Turn two might pose a different issue. Britt lost his position to Esposito. Baz O'Neill up into 9th, but after losing one he was up into 8th position there. But look at that, he's going on the inside here, but just has to back out of it. He done the smart thing there. Aaron Holloway is in the pits. What has happened to Aaron Holloway? Was he not back at his rigging time? Wow, that's going to hurt him massively. But look at this, Baz is coming back right at... Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a huge one. Let's go back and have a look at this on Helicam. So the McLaren gets a great drive out. Oh, the Baz just turns across a bit on the McLaren there of Ransley that was, and unfortunately Ransley had nowhere to go. So Baz, while he might feel at the minute that that was caused by Ransley, he actually cut across Ransley a bit there. He had plenty of room to the left, so unfortunately for Baz, that's his own doing, but he's smart enough that he's going to know exactly... Oh, his tyres must be roasted. He's smart enough to know to keep it going because he's got plenty of points to get there as well. He's doing very well in this championship, and points is points. So Chico is still leading from Oliver, with Espiotto in third. Britt's back up into fourth position now, with Polyami now off in fifth. But Batek going for Polyami. Batek's flashing the lights, letting him know he's going down the inside. This is going to be a great move with Batek. Batek squeezing wide. This is going to be good for Nathan Warren. Although Polyami just gets what he needs to be done. So that's Ferrante now ahead of Mr. Phelan. I do feel Ransley unfortunately has been under a tough one with. Then we have Stacey Ellis in 12th, and I see Baz is going into the pits now. I think he's right, but Aaron Holloway back out on track now. So Aaron will be on a long fight, but I'm sure he'll get back up there. He just needs to keep it going. So far great racing here, because Oliver Anderson is sticking in half a second of Chico. So at the minute, much of a muchness now. I'm wondering, will people change tyres? Because with the tyre dag, I'd say, in this track with these temperatures would be sky high. So when it comes to pit season, the pit window opens in 5 minutes. Oh no, so I can see yellow flags everywhere here. What's after happening? Let's go back 15 seconds. because it involves these 3 cars. So Ransley, Phelan and Ferrante. Ransley, oh, they both just run wide. They all just run wide. They all spun it by themselves. And what that normally happens is when you're racing behind somebody, you end up nearly going into tunnel vision and exactly following their line. It's happened to me plenty of times, trust me. So that's just unfortunate for them. But the main thing is, I don't think they lost really any positions other than, I think Stacey Ellis now is up into 8 positions. Stacey's got by them all. That's about it. So they all only lost 1 position. So that's definitely could have been a lot worse. But that's what happens when you're that close. You can easily follow somebody else here. Well, I'm going to jump on with Nathan now because he's all over the back of Polyamy. 0.2 of a second. Now the Aston versus the Bentley, both very fast cars in a straight line as well. I don't think it's going to be an easy move for either of these when you're defending or when you're attacking here, because you just don't know will you have the guts. The Aston should have slightly better handling and braking, I would assume, than the Bentley. As I say, that's assume. Oh, Chico's after dropping it somewhere. Go back 15 seconds, helicam this. Oh, he just dropped it by himself in the same place the other guys did. And luckily everybody's gotten through without any incidents there. So tyre temperatures, I think, is definitely order of the day. So Chico's back into 4th position and has it all to play for. Batek is in the pits very early. Oh, I don't think that's going to count as his pit. Now Oliver Anderson is in the lead of the race. This will be quite interesting. Britt has Mr. Espiotto all over the back of him here. That's the pit window open. I'm very interested to see though for Batek, does it actually pick it up as his official pit stop? Because it's a mandatory fuel stop only. You can throw in a litre of fuel if you want and go full fuel to the end. It depends if you want to do tyres. But Batek has come out not last, which is good for him. Oh, and he's drifting already. Tyres is definitely a big thing here. Nathan Warren though, all over the back still of Polyamy, but nowhere to go. Polyamy got a bit squarely there, and that's just giving Warren a nice little toe to pull up. Be interesting to see now. He's getting the toe, but he's just not getting close enough. Although he's going to try and show the nose, try and put off Polyamy, but Polyamy's seen it all before. I'm going back onto Phelan here because Phelan is all over the back of Ferrante. Ferrante holding his line nicely. He's not even going to bother fighting, he's just going to get on with it. I think Ferrante's going to play the long game here now. He's going to maintain them tyres, let the lads burn them out and probably spin again if he can keep his tyres under control. Consistency, I think, today is going to be the biggest key here. And Baz is actually not too bad. He's not too far off really at the minute from Batek. So he still will have a fight in his hands. Aaron, after that unfortunate, great qualifying, ended up starting in the pits. So for him, that's very unlucky. But look at this, Nathan Warren. Polyamy's gone off the track. Polyamy looks like he's struggling a little bit with grip maybe at this phase of the race, although it will probably be tyre temperatures more so. Nathan Warren, I'd say if he got by, would start to sail away, so he needs to keep him off at all costs. Oh, Chico's gone again, I think, by the looks of it. Oh, that's a huge incident. What's happened there? Let's go back 15 seconds. Let's go on the helicam for this. So it takes the corner, the curb. Is it the curb on the outside? Yeah, oh my god. There's nothing you could do there. At that speed and the angle of approach, you were never catching that. So what happened there, just the rear tyre just kind of slipped off the curb onto the grass a little bit, and that was just enough when you're on full power at a good bit of steering angle as well. It's just going to throw you. There's nothing you could do there. But fair play to him, he's kept it going. So Stacey Ellis now is being overtook by Phelan, but Stacey is not giving up. Stacey doing everything in his power. Stacey takes a lovely line there, and is going to have the inside come to next corner. Stacey is depth. He's defending the line. That's brilliant. That is brilliant stuff there. Phelan has pulled back and tried to maybe go for an undercut, but realised the move was done there by Stacey. Brilliant stuff there. Great to see it. Still life in the old dog yet, Stacey, huh? Absolutely brilliant stuff. That's what racing's all about. Now can Stacey hold off the might of Phelan coming down here? He's definitely blocking. Stacey's just sticking to his line though. Stacey strictly just focused on what's happening ahead of him. Oh, he's running a little bit wide, but not too bad. The Macca just seems to be much nicer through the mid to high speed corners than the Porsche. The Porsche though exit out of corners with traction, and on braking it's just ridiculous, and rotation as well, I'll give it. So Phelan's trying to find a way by, and unfortunately I think he's getting a bit impatient then, gets himself caught out. So that's all about just being a bit patient there. So I'm assuming Chico's going to do a tyre change here as well. We'll keep an eye on how long he's pitted in for. Nathan is trying to do his best to get by. So Aaron Holloway was a minute 20 stuck in the pits. Fair play to him. Out not a bother and doing a great job there up in 11th. Boy, 2 drivers already. So Chico, I think, is doing a tyre change. He has to fix that damage as well, actually. So he'll be in there for a little bit. So Britt sounds like he's starting to get closer to Mr. Anderson, and Britt's dropped off the fight of Esposito quite a bit, so you can see here it's going to be spicy. Oh, Batex just had a moment. Let's see what happened. Camera view is always nice for these ones. So the carb, oh, he was already unstable, and with the carb then that was enough. But the good thing is no walls around him, no damage other than maybe hot tires and a bruised ego. So Chico was stopped for 24 seconds, so that was definitely just fuel and damage. Nothing more there. Phelan back over with Mr. Stacey there. The rear tires are just starting to hurt. Now the Macca as well, I do know from experience, definitely in dirty air you do lose a bit of front end grip as well, but that was definitely the rear end going. And Nathan as well, I think just has to be patient now and just kind of sit back and see what happens. Brilliant to see it, and Britt actually has the fastest lap at 24.807 FYI. Oh, Polyami's gone wide, but Nathan just has nowhere to go. It's a narrow little track, this, Brands. Be interesting to see how he gets on. Can he do anything to get by him? As Phelan's had a moment. Let's go back. I think this was coming a while. Oh no. I thought that was there. What happened to him? Oh, just lost it. He went and hit the grass, I think, with the rear right hand side of that car as well, and that sent him off. And now he's fighting with Aaron Holloway. So Aaron Holloway is coming back up through the field. That Beamer should be faster, and then Phelan does the right thing. He backs out of it. I probably would have been not as nice as Phelan. I would have given a little bit of a fight, but that's great to see. I think he knows he's struggling and doesn't really want to be jumping too hard into it. So, this is sound. Ah, good man, Dino. How are you doing? Are you well? Great to have you in, Dino. But yeah, jumping back on there with Nathan Moran, because he is coming up with Polyami. He's going to have to try and find a weakness with Polyami. I can see at times Polyami is driving a little bit too hard into corners, but he's still doing more than enough to get by and keep it up there. And it's all about tyre management now. If he's able to hold Warren behind while maintaining a certain pace and maintaining tyres, because if you can make the tyres last an hour in these conditions of up to 38 degrees, it's a very, very good thing. You can see how close he is though now. So Chico's back out and he is doing decent times as well at 125.3 last time round. So Chico is on the recovery after getting pole position, and unfortunately 2 drops, 1 with huge damage. Nathan Warren's looking for a way, but just Polyamy places the car perfectly. A lovely defensive drive. And with Brands Hatch, it's one of these tracks that is very, very hard to get by, so it's all about trying to put the pressure on, trying to make the driver make a move, run wide a little bit, touch a curb and spin out, or just go off slightly where they lose a little bit of time where you can get the drive by them. But it's not always as simple as it sounds here, and it's definitely showing here, as Nathan now has been pretty much stuck since the start of the race. Behind her now, Ferrante's coming up. Now by Stacey in the... So what? Oh, no, no, no. Let's go back on board here. So Stacey must have had an issue. Oh, he did, but he done very well to keep it out of it. Gets back on. But then Ferrante was braking for the corner. Ferrante was doing nothing wrong. Unfortunately for Stacey, that was just on Stacey. But he's left Ferrante obviously back by, which is good. Oh, it's not what you want to see. And Batek now. Oh, wow, the boys are struggling so much with grip. It's such a hot track out there. You just, oh, snaps, scratch the grip. I'll tell you one thing, Oliver in the lead there was lucky not to get hit, and he's not lost too much time to brake. Batek's back going. He just needs, still keep going. There's points to play here. He needs to keep going, get back to the pits, fix it up. He's still ahead of Baz O'Neill as well, so there's still a race there for him. Well, look at this, Chico racing from the back. Chico just has to bide his time here. Chico, definitely the faster driver out of the 3 of these here. Oh, there's just... What the happened there? Let's go back. That looked like a bit of a netcode issue. We'll go back in 30 seconds time. Stacey. Alright, let's just go back and have a look here. Just tiny little bump. So Ferrante was ahead. Stacey brakes. So then Chico's to brake and get out of it, straighten up. Now coming down here, his cat. Oh, Chico had to go. Oh, there was a neck hold there. That's exactly what happened. And unfortunately for Ferrante, I'd say in his stream it looked like he just got sandwiched. But from what we can see there, that was definitely a neck hold in the game. So Ferrante's in the pits. Stacey's still going, but I'm sure he has quite a bit of damage now. Chico up into 9th now after this. But look at this, Nathan is still right behind Polyamy. Still can't get by, but we're going to jump straight on now because the leader is going to be out of here. And as I say that, Stacey off for a second, but keeps it going. He's done well to keep it out of the wall. We get back onto this because Britt has been eating into this for the last several laps now. So I wonder, is Oliver pacing it or is Britt just going absolutely hell for leather here? Either way, we're on for a bit of a show. We've got this close battle. We have Polyamy and Warren. You've Chico on the recovery drive. You've got Ferrante now out of position. Batak's out of position. Some good racing yet to be had, guys. And we're only 16 and a half minutes into this 1 hour race here this evening. Stacey staying out of the way of the leaders, fair play to him. That's how blue flags should work. Ooh, he's had a bit of a moment, but I'm going to have to stay on with the guys here. Tyres, I think, are punishing everybody here today. Oliver's doing just enough here, and he's pulling a bit away actually on Britt. So jumping back on here to the Nathan battle, and look at this now. We have Batek coming up on these. Batek might be a back marker compared to them, but Batek has pace as well, and I'm sure Batek will want to unlap himself. This is the closest I've seen Nathan for a while. He's taking the wider approach. Ferrante done well to keep out of it coming out of the pits there. There was just nowhere for Nathan to go there, but that's great. Great thinking in the head there from Ferrante. But he's going to be fighting with Batek now for position, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. Every position will be looked at here. But at the minute we're going to jump back on now to Brick because that's the closest battle on the track. So we're going to keep you in all the action, guys. Oliver Anderson doing a great job ever since, unfortunately for Chico, he had that spin by himself. Oliver has just been flawless. Kept it on the track and done what he needed to do. Can he do it all the way to the end? There's still another 42 minutes to go. And of course the pit stop has to be done, mandatory. Just so you know yourself, if you're looking on this, so the top 6 have not pitted. Aaron Holloway pit count is 1, but I don't think that counts, unfortunately, as it was before the 5 minutes. Phelan has yet to pit. Chico has pitted. Stacey's pitted. Baz has pitted. Batek has pitted. And Ferrante has pitted. But Britt is getting so close. He's so strong in the second sector. And then when it comes to the aero dependency part, that's when the Maka goes. And I remember Britt saying to me before, when he's driving behind the Maka, he does feel that he does get a bit of aero loss as well on that Ferrari. He says that Maka just throws a lot of dirty air. And I believe it, because for me, when I drive the McLaren, if I'm behind another car, I do feel a loss of grip. Lovely job there. So going back looking at the battles there, Phelan's after having a bit of a moment. Let's go back 15 seconds. Oh, Helicam! Lost it coming onto the curb. Oh no, hits the grass. And then that just unstables the car. You'd be surprised how easy that can happen. It's happened to me in practice with the McLaren, and it's very hard to try and grab that car back right, especially when you hit the grass. It just sends the car into an instant spin, so that's quite unlucky for him. I think Nathan Warren's going to be sick of sitting behind Aston Martin now after this evening. He's going to be dreaming, having nightmares of Polyamy. And Batek's just sticking with them. Ferrante doing his own thing, which is great to see that as well. And Ferrante has a great idea, so I'm going to try and implement it hopefully for the next race. I'm going to run a live timing screen as well, and a stream for that, so the drivers can have that on if they want. Baz doing a great job, and Nathan Moran here still at it. Britt's still doing a great job. Oh, Chico. Oh, no. So, this is unfortunately the third time Chico. This corner is killing everybody. Oh my god, it was the grass that murdered him. Because he had it straightened up, but just unfortunately. Oh, Chico. Oh, Phelan's off again. Everyone is struggling on these fast corners. I think next week's race is going to be at cooler temperatures anyway, so next week they should be able to be driving quite nicely. Britt still stuck behind our boy Oliver here as well. It's squarely there from doing a grand job. So Stacey's only half a second off Phelan now. I'm sure Phelan, after a few spins, those tyres are going to be crying a little bit, so he will be definitely looking just to try and keep ahead. But no, Stacey's doing a great job there. Stacey has Batek coming up now. Oh no, that's actually Polyamy and Ransley, or Warren and Espiotto. Interesting. As Polyamy has pitted. Oh, no, he hasn't. I'm after missing an incident there. If I go back 30 seconds, it's probably too late. It is too late. That's what happens when I'm looking at other things. I'm going to jump onto Brit, because I think he's after getting by Oliver. And of course, this is still going. We're still in a replay. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have went back 30 seconds, but Oliver and Brit are side by side. It keeps changing. Fucking get off with you. Replay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. So he is after getting ahead, and we're going to go back 30 seconds just to get this, because these change positions a few times here. So let's actually have a look at what happens. So he's gone down the inside of Oliver here. Oliver's let him do it, because Oliver's going to go for the cutback and carry the speed as the Macca. You can really depend on the aero. And then he's going to have the inside line. Brit's trying to squeeze a little bit, but then Oliver goes just too far. Brit was patient, waited, and got the cutback back through. This is great smart racing from both the drivers here. And for now, that's Brit fairly in the clear, but of course, it's Oliver. It's never going to be over. Here's Oliver still right behind him. Now Oliver's going to be in the dirty air for a while, so Brit, while he might like seeing the McLaren behind him so close, it's nicer to have him behind than ahead. Oliver is giving it everything here. Oliver can smell a win. Unbelievable stuff. And Holloway doing a great recovery drive up in 7th position at the minute as well. And as I speak of Holloway, he's going to go the inside of Phelan. That BMW of Holloway, he's done it. He's got the move done, but his drive mightn't be as good because he got a bad exit. But the straight line speed of that BMW could be a saviour here, and I think it's going to be. Absolutely great stuff there. We'll jump back on now with Oliver here, because this is the fight for the lead. So Brit carried a bit more speed through there, using more of the actual track there as well. Fair play. But Oliver now is dropping back a little bit, and you know what, it mightn't be too bad for Oliver to maybe go in and get his pit done now. Looking at the gap, actually probably looking at the gap, if he's in for about 30 to 40 seconds, it wouldn't be a bad idea for him to do it. He should get into a gap as well. All depends really on how the guys want to react. Yeah, these fast corners, the guys are definitely struggling here. Jump back on with Ollie. And just literally listen to the noise of those engines. It's just so beautiful. But we're going to jump on now because Batek and Baz are fighting. This is for P10. Batek getting the flashes on. He went to this Chris Tedder School of Driving. Oh, he's hit the back of Stacey, but he slowed down, or not Stacey, to Baz, but he's literally stopped, which is good. And he's letting Baz back by, which is the right thing to do. Fair play to him. Great to see that, Batek. And I'm sure Baz is going to appreciate that as well. So now Stacey, Batek and Baz are going to be having a little bit of a ding-dong here. I do think Baz, though, has the pace. He's going down the inside, though. And he's got by, and then it looks like Baz is just struggling with his tyres now. So let's see what happened. He just lost it with the rear, yeah. Well, that's tough luck, brother. We'll keep it going. That's the main thing. Polly Amy is still fighting to catch back up with Nathan Warren. With Anderson, of course, still fighting as well. So what's happened, Oh, Batek's after having a bit of an off. what's happened, Batek here? The same corner that's killing everyone. Oh, so the next one he done the same thing, did he? Yeah, just the rear onto the grass. It's the same corners, the exact same incidents one by one. It seems to be happening. Tires must be absolutely horrendously warm. But doing great job for the rest of the guys out there. It's definitely not easy out there in these warm conditions. But look at this, Oliver now right up there with Britt as well. He's just being patient. Oh, lovely stuff here. It's getting nice and close now. He's doing everything he can. They're taking different lines. Britt's taking the defensive line. Oliver getting a bit of a faster exit, but then there's nowhere to go at that stage. Great stuff here, and it's still the closest battle on the track as well. These guys are really giving everything. And Esposito is coming back into it slowly but surely as well. Nathan Warren though 22 seconds off, and with Polyami 1.5 seconds off. So everyone down to Polyami is still yet to pit, and then Phelan hasn't pitted either. Everyone else has pitted. So now Oliver is 1.4 seconds off Britt. And Phelan in the pits there now. Sure, there'll be probably a change of tyres there for him as well. Let's see how long he'll be stopped. We'll keep an eye on how long he stopped as well. The guy's still fighting. Let's go back on to Ferrante. How is he getting on? Yeah, he's just doing a good job. He's just trying to keep the car stable because those tyres will be absolutely screaming. How Stacey's been able to manage that Porsche around the track. It's hard enough on a cool track without burning its tyres, so here I'd say it's an absolute nightmare. Batek with the damage is still going. I don't know, will he pit to fix the damage or not? Obviously Phelan's in the pits, Holloway's in the pits. Holloway's doing his mandatory stops. It's a great recovery drive from Holloway. And still a lot of goods to come for him, as Nathan doing what he does best in free air, just chilling out, relaxing, going for it. So Phelan was stopped for 39.42 seconds. So Phelan's fixing the damage, and I'd say that's a tyre change as well. He didn't look like he had that much damage. Be interesting to see when he does get out, because Holloway is now out as well. Maybe Phelan did have more damage than we thought. Let's see. So Phelan was stopped for 59 seconds. And we've had an issue for poor Stacey there. Let's go back, I'm assuming. Oh! He went for an old grass walk and then dropped it, I think, in the next corner. Yeah, the tyres would have already been fucked. He's done the right thing, he's kind of kept away off the track. Oh, he's just gotten back on now. Fair play to him though. But Britain now is after pulling himself a bit of an advantage, 1.9 seconds, but Ransley and Polyamy is now the battle on track, guys. It's forever evolving, this is just forever evolving. And we're missing some of the, well actually a good chunk of the drivers, they're all off doing whatever. It is still the summer as well, so you have people off on holidays and we're working everything else midweek. And that's the joys of FFG. I don't care if there's 10 cars racing or the 30 odd cars. We're still going to do a great broadcast for these amazing drivers, giving everything out there. And it's a fun league. If you want to miss a race, you can miss a race. We're not going to cry or give out to you. It's all part of it, whether you're racing Formula 1 or an ACC. It's not an issue. So Ransley's dropping off a bit from Polyamy. Polyamy's lost a lot of time to Nathan as well. Nathan just doing what he needs to do. Fastest lap is Britt at 124.705. Oliver at 124.867. Last lap though, Britt was 0.6 of a second faster than Oliver, so he's been doing a great job there. Looking back further, they're kind of all lapping in the 26s to 30s, depending if they've had an issue or not. 28 there for Baz O'Neill. Baz looks like he's done literally his fastest lap last lap, so Baz getting under control of the car now. I think the tyres here, definitely the biggest issue. Oliver, he still needs to keep an eye out because the car behind him is third position, so he is fighting for actual position there as well. So Britt there, fastest lap no, is still a 124. I don't know why it was showing up at 122. So Baz still doing a great job out there. And so is Ferrante. Ferrante's just kind of keeping it clean, and these guys are getting in a good haul of points because they're showing up every week and bringing it home no matter what. And he's just kind of running a little bit wide there, which you don't mind. So Polyamy's in the pits, by the way, guys. Oliver Anderson's now in the pits as well. Very interesting. So I wonder will Britt be getting worried there now. And I'm going to keep an eye on Oliver for the simple reason, if he changes tyres, he's going to be a threat. I reckon Aaron might have the pace to get by Ransley here. Aaron's been driving very, very well and he qualified well. Unfortunately, he wasn't at his car for the restart. He's just looking for a way, isn't he? He's just kind of being creative with his lines. He was thinking about it. But look at that, the pressure ahead. He runs a little bit wide. So Oliver comes out in 4th position, guys. He stopped for 8 seconds only. Ransley stopped for 19. So that's interesting. What is Britt going to do? When is Britt going to pit? There is up until minute 55 of the race with 5 minutes to go that the pit window shuts, so they still have what, about 15 minutes or so, so anything can happen within that time as well. Job done. On to the next one now. Can he catch Oliver? So Oliver has been very, very fast, and looking at the fastest laps, I don't think he'll have the pace. But stranger things have happened. Just takes for one spin. Now Oliver's been super consistent that way, and I don't want to be jinxing him by saying he's going to spin. Brit is now 4.3 seconds clear of SPC though. So anyone who's watching, let me know who you'd like to have a hot lap on with. We'll go on the onboard footage with them. We won't put too much pressure on them at all, huh? Nathan Warner's in the pits, guys, by the way, just so you are aware, rolling into the pit box there to get his mandatory done. I'm assuming that Bentley, he's been going very steady. I don't think he's going to do a change of tyres. I definitely see Aaron Holloway doing a change of tyres. So let's see, is it a splash and dash? Or is he doing tyres? I think Nathan's doing tyres, the madman. I was wrong, he's just done fuel. But 18 seconds is a long time to be stopped, so maybe he had a slight bit of damage as well. Chris, I'm here! Come on, Chris, how are you getting on? How was Leicester? So Oliver now, will he get by Britt? That is the question, because Britt is in the pits. So Britt has been the fastest man on the track over one lap. How long does he stop? So where's Oliver? So Oliver's coming around the main straight. Oliver's going to get by him. Oliver has got by Britt. So Oliver was overtook by Britt on track. Is Britt changing tyres? Did Britt forget to turn off the tyres? Oh wow, if this is the case, that's definitely going to change things. So Britt stopped for 33 seconds. So Britt has definitely changed tyres. And I feel with 20 minutes to go, I don't think he's going to have the pace to get back into the lead. And that could even cost him second place, depending on how far Esposito actually pulls this one out. Wow. That is massive. I'd definitely say I'm glad to be home. That was a long day, brother. That was a long, long day. So Esposito doing a great job there. Have a look back to see. At the minute, Phelan is getting close to Batek, so we'll keep an eye on that. So Oliver is 21 seconds clear of Britt, so we will keep an eye on that to see how that develops. I personally don't think he has a chance to be pulling over. So, well, 20, what, he's 18 minutes. He'd want to be doing about a second and a half faster a lap. So let's see once there's a lap in. So Anderson, that lap there, 125.910. And Britt at 217.5. So then once Britt goes across the line though, any second, we'll get a representative of 129.2. So I suppose that was a slow out lap as well. So maybe just getting the tyres up to temperature and that as well, and getting his eye in, having more grip. So we'll get to see Britt, I think, now from this lap onwards to see exactly what he was doing. And of course you see there Phelan, but Phelan's actually carrying a bit of damage, as is Batek. And a blue flag there for our boy. But he's going to keep it going for now. He doesn't have to get... That's the rules with the blue flag. You don't have to move out of the way. But obviously, you should do it in a good manner at a place that kind of suits you. But it's up to the overtaker. Oh, come on. What happened there now? So we're going with Batek. So I think... He just broke later and I was going for the inside. That's unfortunate for Baz, but of course we do stewarding as well, so this will be all looked at as well. So any incident that happens, we will be looking at it. So the battle of the dints. Great stuff there. Batek's running a little bit wide. It's going to give Phelan. Batek cuts right across though. Phelan's going around the outside. The Maka, unfortunately, I think will have nowhere to go. Batek runs wide. Espiotto, I think, is going to run this for another few minutes. He's running nice and steady. Yeah, and Britt really hasn't made much of an inroad. He's now 19 and a bit seconds clear. He's lapping about half a second faster than Anderson. So I think Oliver Anderson has pulled off a genius race here this evening by not changing tyres. It's really worked out in his favour so far anyway. Let's see how he goes with the end, because Espiotto is actually doing a very good job. He's now 29 seconds ahead of Oliver. He's really making that Mercedes work today. It's a beautiful looking livery as well. Tires are squealing a bit, but he's just keeping it going there. Not a bother. We're going to jump on with Batek. Oh no, what's happened there? So, what was that? Polyamy is in the wall. Hopefully he can get back going, and whether the steering's at him or that as well. I'd like to see him finish and get his points on the table. But that was very tough, and obviously we will be looking at that after the race as well. And I think I'll just have a little word with Batek about how he goes about his overtaking, but I'll do it in a constructive way, where I hope he learns from it. I think he's just a little bit impatient on getting moves done, which in turn has been putting him in a lot of incidents. But an interesting one. Batista's now 17 seconds off Anderson, so he's gone the fastest lap now, 124.570. 124.570. Phelan, come on boy. Batek is trying to. Batek does go. Oh, Phelan's gone massively off. Wow, he's really done himself out over there. On with Espiotto here, so he's essentially the race leader. And this is not what he needs, but this is great for Oliver. Well, Britt's starting to get the old anchor out now. He's down to 16 seconds off. So I think this is more like the speed he wants to do. Oliver 126.2 the last lap. Phelan, I think, is really struggling on the tyres now in that McLaren. Interesting to see. So Polyamy's back on now. I'm sure Polyamy feels like he wants to murder somebody, but just get it home and get the points, and we will be looking at this after the race. Phelan is really struggling there. So Britt, fastest man on the track still. The fastest first sector again, gone purple. He is really doing his best to get the job done now and try pull in Mr. Anderson. So Esposito is in the pits finally. Now, will he come out ahead of Britt, behind Britt, or in the middle? I don't think he's going to go ahead of Oliver. So there's Oliver going down the main straight now. It's the only thing, though, Esposito, I think he's the hardly done tyre as well, has he? Because if he has, that's definitely Britt. He lost out there. He should have turned off changing them tyres. Got the track position on Britt. Oh my god, why would you be changing tyres this late into a race? 32 seconds stopped. Now it looks like he is going to be coming out in third position ahead of Nathan Warren. That could have been P2. I really feel P2 was on the cards from Britt, though, last lap at 124.405. Oliver Anderson at 126.260. So it's only down to 14 seconds with 10 minutes to go. Plus a lap. Depending. So I'm sure Oliver might want to slow down if he can. Wow. Baz doing a great job still out there, fair play to him. Frante as well, I'm very proud of Frante keeping it going. He's had a tough one, and then that weird neck coding issue as well. He's been having a great one. Nathan having a great race as well. And unfortunately, the person he was fighting, Polyamy, was hashtag murdered. It's the only way to say it. Britt's down to 12 seconds here, so this is going to be quite close at the end. Can he keep the tyres alive? He was a second faster the last lap as well, so he's consistently up there with some seriously good lap times. So it's going to be interesting to see, is he going to make it to the end? Is he going to get the job done? Yeah, Nathan is doing a phenomenal job there. That was a good one for him. And just to go through, I suppose, positions gained. Oliver's up one, Batista's up one, Esposito is up one, Nathan's up 4. Holloway is where he started, but he did start from the pits, so fair play to him. That's a great recovery drive. Ramsey's up 3, Batek is where he started. Polyamy is unfortunately on 2. Phelan is up 2, Baz is exactly where he started, and Ferrante is up 2 positions with Chico just dying so often, he decided just to give up on the Mercedes. And then Stacey Ellis as well, really struggling in that Porsche by the end. He had a great first half of the race. The second half, it just was killing. I could see it was just eating its tires, and he was spinning corner after corner. Unfortunately, it was one of those things. I'd recommend Stacey jump into the likes of the Mac or the. I love the Porsche. I thought I'd get the most out of it. It's such a delicate car to drive. Yeah, it's been a good race. In fairness, even though it was a small grid this evening, there's been some really good racing. But Oliver Anderson has done an amazing job. If he can hold on now is the question. He's 10 seconds clear with 7.5 minutes to go, or 6.5 minutes to go, should I say. Can Oliver be smelling his first win? While we're looking at that, Polyamy's coming back at Batek here. I'm sure Polyamy will want to get by without too much issue after what happened at T1. Gorgeous looking Aston that. He's right on the back of him. He reads it just right. He is absolutely all over Batek there. I think Batek's going to have to give in to this one. He's really not though. Let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing too bad happens here going into T1. There's the toe. He's carrying a lot more speed. A bit too far back though. Batek pulls across to the inside. Polyamy expecting Batek to go wide. Oh, great stuff by Polyamy.
The window is now closed.
So we're less than 5 minutes now to go. This is a great battle here for P7 and P8. Polyamy definitely has the pace. Batek obviously carrying massive front damage. I think this is going to be it for Polyamy, surely. Batek's going for the defensive line. Polyamy's going to try to cut back. It's just too narrow of a track, I think, to really make what he was trying to do work there. But look at that, he's pushing Batek along. He just needs to not get caught out by Batek's braking now. And he's done a great job with that. Polyamy is a class act. That's what you call close racing. That's how you close race. He's so aware of what's going on around him. He's making sure he doesn't cause the collision. And he's right there putting that pressure on Batek. While this is happening, Britt's down to 7.3 seconds and Oliver on those fresher rubber. He was a second and a half quicker last lap. Oh, Polyamy, he's so much faster. He needs to get by. Oh, I don't like that there. That was a... He's entitled to do it, I suppose, but... That was nearly... You could nearly say that was a bit of a brake check mid-corner. Because he was definitely slow enough to take it. And that's it. Polyamy is getting the job. Oh my god. He's got the job done there. There's no point flashing there to that. We'll go back 15 seconds to see does he have it right. Oh, that was a lovely switcheroo. So he lost it, but then started flashing. So the contact wasn't because of Polyamy. He'd lost the rear of the car. But Brit, 6.4. Where did all that styrofoam come from? So Britain now is 7 seconds clear. He's 2.1 seconds quicker last lap. 1:24.072, fastest lap of the race. 1:26.1 for Oliver. So he is putting the pressure on now. Can he make it happen in the last few laps? Can Oliver just do enough to get it to the line? 6.4 seconds. So this lap he didn't have a great lap, so he must have had a bit of an off. He actually done barely a tenth faster than Oliver, and that's the difference between catching him now or not catching him. Less than 2 minutes to go, so this is the second last lap, I would say, officially. I may turn off that little pop-up actually from Steam. Oh, Baz has had a bit of a moment. Let's have a look. Curb or just grip? Curb. Bit of everything there. Tires, I'd say, for all of them are absolutely scalded. I see feelings on the yellow flag. Jesus, he is absolutely glitching like a motherfucker. So on now with the race leader, he has... Joe, what? He's dead, right? He just wants to get this home. So Holloway, one lap on himself, which he's entitled to do. But this is it. One more lap. Oliver needs to keep it. 2.7 seconds at 2.6. Oliver has one lap.
On the final lap. Give it all you can.
Oliver was really thinking about the race there. He did not want to be rear-ended, did not want to be hit. 2.4, 2.3, 2.1. Down to 2 seconds the gap at the minute. 1.8, it's dropping corner to corner. That's how close it is now. Britt is right there. 1.6 seconds. In a straight line though, it's much of a muchness that hasn't pulled in anything, so it's the corners now. The fresher tires are just absolutely flying for him. .2 seconds. I'll tell you one thing, if Oliver gets this, that's a massively deserved race. Hasn't changed tires. It's down to 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second. Looks like Oliver is going to get it done, and Britt a very close second there in the end. Two very good strategies there. So Oliver has done it. Splash and dash has worked for him. Britt went on the faster tires for the last bit of the race. Done a great job to come back in with a 0.1 of a second. What was it? 0.6 of a second, I think, by the end. Espiotto gets third position now. Very well done from Espiotto. Fourth position for Nathan Warren. Very well done to Nathan. Fifth position for Aaron Holloway. Sixth position for Ransley coming around. 7 for Polyamy. 8 for Batek. 9th for Phelan, that's in the pits now. 10th for Baz. And 11th for Mr. Ferriente. Very, very, very good work there. That's what we like to see. But that is your race winner, guys. Wow, wow, wow. So, Oliver, how was that for you?
Well, it was fun battling Britt. To be honest, if anyone was to beat me in this championship in a battle for a win, it would have been him. Amazing drive from him, but it did get way too spicy in the last couple of laps. The number 5 car was lagging all over the track, and I had to stop mid-straight, hit the brakes to avoid crashing into what I think was him, and all of a sudden, in through turn 6, he was inside of my car, and I thought,
I seen that, because I seen that he was off the track and it went down, and his car was everywhere, then in a wall.
Yeah, it was a loss of about 5 seconds dealing with that, so it did look closer than it was, and I was just chilling out in the end.
Yeah, well, you even let then Aaron boy as well. You didn't want to be fighting. I see you just let him boy as well, and just kind of knew you had it in the sorted.
Exactly. There was no reason to do anything stupid by the end, just to have a nice chill drive. after I knew when Britt went into the pit and he by accident took tires, I was keeping a close eye on Espresso's lap times and trying to match it. And when I noticed that I knew it was home and safe.
Britt was
And
super fast though.
Oh yes, when he came out, those laps he was doing there. If the race would have been 15 minutes longer, he would have had the right strategy call there.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It was great. Absolutely great to see. But yeah, for you, it was a flawless race. No tires, splash and dash. You were lucky to avoid Chico when he spun that time as well.
Yeah, the race wasn't flawless as per se, but I think the right strategy helped me out there a lot.
But you were consistent. In other words, like, look, it was very warm. Everybody, I'm nearly sure everyone other than you and Britt dropped it on one or two of these kind of faster corners. So to me, it was a flawless race from you and from Britt as well. Like, there was much of a muchness in it. And honestly, I think it was very well done.
I think this goes for Britt as well. When we were battling, when I was in the front, when he was in the front, there was no pushing it into the corners. It was just keeping it steady and keeping control of the tires. And I think that's what helped us, that we didn't start battling too much when we were close to each other. When he made the move, I knew that he was going to go by, and I was just trying to bully him into turn 2 and overshot it by far. And then I knew he would go off into the distance at that point.
Yeah. No, it was an absolutely great race. And Britt, from your side of it, how close was the win?
Man, I mean, it still would have probably been about 3 seconds by the end of it had he not had a lagging car right next to him. But honestly, I feel like I would have won the race had I not made the mistake of taking tires, because even when I was in front, I was pulling away. And he was still fast. Trust me, it would have still been a close race, but I feel like I could have maintained a gap. So at the end of the day, it's my fault. And all I could do was just push as hard as I could. And yeah, nearly got to the 23s on my lap times. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, you were rocking. Like, by the end, I just seen the lap time was a second and a half, 2 seconds faster. I was like, fuck me. Because I didn't think it was on for a lap or two, but then you just kind of got into the rhythm, getting the tires into it. It was phenomenal stuff. But it was great racing for both of you. And for me, it was a joy to watch. Nathan, I'd say, though, I'm going to jump on to Nathan. Nathan, that must have been the most frustrating race for being stuck behind the Aston for so long.
Yeah, I had lots of chances and runs on him, but none that I thought I could dive and not kill him. So it's like so hard to pass around there.
Yeah, no, but look, you drove a proper race. Like, you drove smart. You weren't putting your car into stupid positions. You definitely had the pace on the Aston, because when you got into clean air, you were lapping faster.
Yeah, I made a few mistakes as when I first got past, and I got mixed up. Was it Batek as well?
Oh yeah,
he got involved quite a bit today.
Yeah,
made it spicy, but yeah, it was good fun race.
Fair play to you. It was great seeing that Oatley out there in its home race doing its thing.
Yeah, it's not too bad around Brands.
Well, no, that was good fun. I'm gonna jump on. Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say that second stint, I am absolutely soaked from trying to catch. I'd soaked.
Say so. I could only imagine. Like, you were on it every single lap. It was like just a massive long quality session for you. But Alpha, you definitely had a tough race, and obviously the stewarding will have a look at several of those things. But were you struggling though in your own air though when you were by yourself? Was it the tires as well? Was it just very hard to keep them in temperature, or what was it?
No. When people weren't bouncing off me, it was great. But everybody seemed to think that they could just send it up the inside and flash their lights and just generally behave like dicks. I was completely unimpressed with some of the people on that track whose enthusiasm outweighs their talent by a considerable margin.
Yeah, no, that will be looked at, and I know exactly what you're talking about as well. But that definitely will be looked at, and I will be having a chat with that certain driver I know.
Yeah, it's a shame that Stacey didn't stay in there.
Oh, that Porsche, well, I think it was just the tyres were murdering him by the end.
Really?
Like, every corner he wasn't able to keep it. It was just the arse of that car. It's the typical 992 thing. It was just doing 992 things. That was literally it. Like, every corner was a pendulum for Stacey, unfortunately. The first half of the race was great for him, but I think once it got to kind of like the 35-minute mark where you normally get that grading phase, and the Porsche genuinely really struggles, and especially in these conditions, I'd say it was just a nightmare for him.
And the Porsche has to get through that. I did 3 pit stops. I just had it. I had to pit before the window was open. Then when I did pit, I decided that I wasn't going to take any fuel, but I should have done. So I had to go back in again.
Oh, yeah, no, look, you definitely had a tough race, but you done the right thing. As always, you stuck it to the end and you get the points, and that's what's keeping you up. You're definitely jumping up. No, exactly, 100%. And I want to give a little shout out to this Aaron Holloway guy here. What happened to you? You started obviously in the pit, so did you miss the race start, or what happened?
Yeah, well, I had a drink and I bloody spilt the whole thing. I was cleaning it up, come back, and guys had just gone past me on the straight. I was like, oh god. I think I need to change my nickname here in the server to Aaron Checo Holloway. That's 3 recovery drives in a row. It says you look at our outside stats, it'll say P5 to P5, but that doesn't tell a story.
No.
Also, it's frustrating. It's a what ifs. I mean, I didn't start where I wanted to start, pit lane. And then I kind of approached it. I was like, okay, well, I'm in clean air. This race is hot. Let's look after the tyres. And I was looking after tyres, gaining time still.
Yeah.
But about half-hour mark, I got right rear losing pressure, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. I did about 4 more laps, and it was just getting worse and worse. So I had to pit for tyres, which was the complete opposite of what my plan was.
Yeah. So
that lost me a lot of time. And at the end, I'm sweating now. I was pushing so hard to catch Nathan. I was getting a bit of flashbacks to last race, but I didn't really get near him in the end. But I did catch him by about half a lap, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, you done a great race, and the recovery, like you lost 1 minute and 20 seconds, I think, at the race start being in the pit. So for me, I'm going to give you a driver of the day for that, because honestly, that was sick. I know Oliver probably is mad to have it, or Brit, but you definitely get that because.
Are you serious?
Sorry, Brit.
I hate everything about you right now. When I do great, I don't get no recognition around here. This is crazy.
until you get to W. Until you get to W.
Hey, you know I would have had it today. Don't play me.
Woulda, shoulda.
Well, look, guys, we're going to actually have to end the stream here because we do have to go into the live stewarding now. But very well done to Oliver. Then Brit, a decent race from you, Brit. You know, I'll give you that. Yeah, Aaron. Epic race for Aaron. Absolutely brilliant. Way, but Aaron, he's gone. Honestly, great job from you, Nathan, and Alpha. Fucking, I don't know how you didn't lose your ship, but fair play to getting to the end.
Oh, I did.
You did a bit.
Alpha, which car are you?
Which one?
What's your name in the server? I can't.
Baz O'Neill.
Oh, oh, lucky mate.
Paz was being murdered on Neil, I'll call you.
I'm getting battered around, yeah, like a ping pong ball.
Yeah,
that's the joys, guys. That is the joys. But